Yeah. Wait, should we record this? Because I saw this on my feed and I was going to leave a comment and I saw your comment on it. And then I
Yeah.
didn't even end up leaving my comment.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay.
Okay. When you start your business, no one ever prepares you for what's in store. So finding someone else who just gets it is sometimes the thing that can keep you pushing towards those big vision board business goals.
We're turning our Zoom coffee chats into a weekly, unfiltered podcast for online business owners. There were so many good ones, we always wanted to record them and repurpose them for content, anyways. And that's on being a social media manager.
I'm Jessica Sheehy.
And I'm Madeline Daigan. And this
And this
is
is
Hashtag Managed. I think it's perfect.
I like it. I like it. You know that feeling when you've been working on something for so long, like, I don't know, having our first ever guest on the podcast, and it just takes so long and too much admin work. But yeah, here we are, Maddie. I can't believe it.
Same, same. But
Yeah.
we're finally doing it. So I feel like this was one of the goals of 2025, and we can finally take the pen to the paper and cross it off, which is such an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, here we are in January, like knocking off the first goal. Like we're so productive for this year. Well, I'm so excited to introduce today's guest. It's someone that we've known for quite a while in our community. Amanda is a former educator turned self-made social media marketer and micro influencer with a passion for life. As the proud owner of Amanda's Marketing Services, she is dedicated to making her mark in the industry and helping businesses grow.
Hi, Amanda. Welcome to Hashtag Manage podcast. So, we figured we'd start it off by you telling us a little bit more about you and your social media journey for our audience.
Okay. Well, I'm Amanda, and like she said, I'm a former educator, and I was already kind of like that early 2000s mom that was already kind of like a micro influencer. I was already sharing things and probably oversharing, and so I felt like I was one of the first mom influencers, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But and then it just like took off when my kids got older, and then my oldest daughter, she was the one that introduced me to opening up Amanda's Marketing Services because she owns her own jewelry line, which, by the way, she makes handmade clay jewelry. And so she's been doing that since 2001. She opened up her storefront, and I've been able to travel with her, and she's like, Mom, you already do this. This is what you do for me. And so it just kind of grew, and she talked me into it, and I was like, I have no idea. And she goes, You're already doing it. And so I was like, okay. So I just dove in, and thank God I found y'all. So
Oh,
that's
I love
really,
that though. I love that. And you're wearing one of her necklaces too, cuz again,
yes, her charm. Yes.
you're one
I'm
of our
obsessed
jewelry
with her charm.
influencers as well.
I do love, she's got her permanent jewelry. I know Madeline loves her permanent jewelry. So
Mhm.
I have that.
Mhm.
And then, of course, her charm bar. So, which
Love
is a
it.
lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
But
I
I
think
don't
that
get
is
I don't get first pick. I will tell y'all that. If I don't see it, I mean, if I don't see her making it and she's already posted, if I don't see it and she's already posted, it's already gone. And she
Wow.
Oh,
doesn't
that's
remake it for
amazing.
mama. So I'm like, please. She's like, Mom, already on to the next. And I'm like, okay.
That's
And then of
hilarious.
course I have my twin girls. They're in college and they're surviving. That they've survived their first semester. They just went back. A month was weird having them around. That was a
Right.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then they went back and they started classes. One started yesterday and one started today.
Oh,
So they
exciting. Yeah.
just a lot of fun things happen. And now that we're closer to being empty nesters, I have a lot more freedom. So,
Yeah.
which is
That's
weird to
awesome.
say. I'm halfway empty nester at 43, which is weird.
Yeah.
No.
But
But that time is
that's
coming.
yeah. So that's a little bit about me. Oh, and then
Well,
we're
I think
celebrating our 24th wedding anniversary this weekend too.
oh,
My husband and I.
Congrats, that's
congratulations. That's
exciting.
amazing.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think that's the perfect segue though, talking about your daughter's jewelry, to go into the weekly your weekly report. So this week we Jessica and I won't be sharing our weekly reports. We'll be sharing that in our newsletter. So but we wanted to hear Amanda's weekly report. So Amanda, tell us, what are you currently reading?
I'm waiting on the Let Me book come in by Mel Robbins. I'm obsessed with her. I love her on TikTok. So I feel like I've kind of already read the book without reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
And because
Mhm.
she's done a fabulous job of promoting herself in her book. And so it's really
Mhm.
like grabbed my attention. And I'm at that age where I'm like, let them.
Mhm.
Let them.
Yeah.
My husband's like, what are we letting them do? And I'm like, I don't care. It's not that I don't care, but it's just kind of like, okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really,
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think that book should I am like recommending I'm shouting that book from the rooftops. I'm like it's the let them theory is my in your flow that Matt is recommending
Yeah.
to everyone. We're like
yes.
we need our affiliate links like Amanda would have to promote things to promote the book.
Yes.
But yeah, so that is so good. Amanda, what are you eating?
Everything. It's the winter. So I'm like, I think I need that. And my husband's like, you just, he doesn't, when I say this, he's not being rude.
Mhm.
He's like, because I tell him, I'm like, hold me accountable. And he's like, you just ate. And I'm like, but I feel like I'm hungry. And it's the winter. I dislike the winter. I'm a summer baby
Mhm.
and I hibernate. That's what I say to everybody. I'm
Mhm.
hibernating. So,
Mhm.
but I'm really obsessed with Twizzlers right now.
Mm.
Like
Ooh.
I want Twizzlers and I want Coke so bad.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, bring me a Coke from the, the storage, not the storage, but our oh my gosh, what is it called?
Garage.
There, our
You have a
shop, our
or
shop. We
oh,
have a
okay.
shop. We have a big shop, and so I'm screaming from the outdoors, back door. I'm like, "Give me a Coke!" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "A Coke!" So I'm very obsessed with that right now. Why? I
That's
have no idea.
hilarious. That's hilarious. I always request my husband, like, if he's out and about, I'm like, you want to just stop through the McDonald's drive through and get me a
Always.
large crispy Coke? And he's like, excuse me, crispy? And I'm like, no, you don't. He does not drink soda at all. So he doesn't get it. He doesn't know the feeling. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. You're missing out on so much. But
That is too funny. That is too funny.
Okay, now what are you playing or watching?
We started rewatching Sons of Anarchy, just because
You
I
said that.
love it.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so we've been rewatching that, and I'm like, if they would have just done this, and then I know what's coming. I'm like, oh, Gemma, you're in trouble now. It's coming. But and then I can't remember the name, but we just started it last night. It's on Apple TV, and it's with Samuel L. Jackson, and he has a memory problem. And we're like in episode 4, I think, 5, something like that. And I think it's only a short series, and that has been really good. So that's really, I'm not, I'm a movie guru, so I like my old movies. I'll go
Mm,
back to what I'm
Mhm.
comfortable with. I can rewatch a
mhm.
movie. Do you
Mhm.
want a
Yeah,
movie
Same
person? It's me.
love that.
Good to know. Good to know. What are you currently obsessing over?
Skincare products. Like I want now that I'm getting older and I don't want like the fine lines and I want to learn a little bit more like have gotten Botox before, but I felt like it was just an impulse thing. Like I want to be more
Mhm.
educated into it. Um just really wanting to make sure my skin is great. That's what
Well,
I'm obsessed with.
we are your skincare girly, so we get it. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Is there one particular skincare item that you are obsessed with right now?
The Go Pure line right now. And I have to say that's because of TikTok, and I'm part of their TikTok shop, and so I actually promote it. And I'm a little obsessed with that. I'm like over there with my jar, like, come out, come out. So I need to reorder. And I was actually putting in a new order when it went down, when TikTok went down. So I was
Oh
like,
No.
no.
no. And so because it is just a slightly inexpensive on TikTok than it is on their website. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, it'll come back. I know it will come back. I know. And so I just waited.
Mhm.
So that's what
Yep.
I'm really obsessed with is skincare. Give me
Okay,
all the skincare.
and then what's one thing you're recommending right now?
I'm recommending for 2025 is just do it. Just do it.
Ooh.
If you have something that you want to do or explore, just do it. That's our motto this year is just do it. So I don't do like New Year's resolutions. I do words. So
Yeah,
I know Maddie had asked me and I was like, oh crap, I hadn't thought of it. And it's do it. Just do it.
I
Kind of
love
like the
that.
Nike slogan. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
if you wanted like go on like some of the people around here in the community like they were so worried about the snow a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, don't wait on the school, just do it. If you don't want your kid to go to school, just they don't have to go to school, you make that decision, just do it. And
Mhm.
so that's kind of my that was kind of my little like, you know, it's coming, don't wait on the school to tell you, just make that decision, tell your kids, don't be anxious, you're not going to school tomorrow.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Let
just
them. Let
yeah,
them.
let yes, let
I was
them, yes,
I was just about to
yes.
say Nike might come for me for saying this, but like just do it. Like that is Amanda's theory. Like we're following it for
Yeah.
2025. Don't come for us,
I'm
Nike.
a 90s baby, and so Michael Jordan all the way.
Mhm.
Just do it. Just do it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's
Okay. And finally, to wrap up your weekly report, Amanda, what are you treating yourself to?
blowouts. That has
Mm.
been my biggest thing. I've already had 3, and I'm gonna have one again on Friday.
Love it.
Since it is our anniversary weekend. Um, I do not do my hair. Meredith curls my hair for me. I don't know what happened to the teenage early 20 Amanda that could do her hair and curl it. My mind
Mhm.
just doesn't go there. And so she just gets her little wand and I'm like, okay, thanks.
Mhm.
And then if I go out of town, I'm like, okay, I'll just wear my little bonnet and then I'll get up and I'll just fix it and
Hmm.
I'm good.
Mhm.
So now I know I'm going out of town this weekend. We don't know where we're going. We're just kind of winging it. But
Mhm.
I'll go get my blowout and then I'll sleep in my bonnet and I'll be ready to go. Everybody's
I
happy.
l-
Perfect. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So that's what I'm
Blowouts.
obsessed is taking care of me. Me.
Mhm.
Me, 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 me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love
So
that. I love that for a theme. We love a themed weekly report. We
Yeah.
typically always have it goes different directions. We've had some interesting weeks that we've reported on. But yeah, self-care is
most
always the best
definitely.
care. Yeah.
And I've always kind of been good with the self-care, but I kind of like dropped off my routine. So my goal is to stay on that routine.
Mhm.
So giving
Yeah.
myself, I mean, Meredith is 23, the girls are 19.
Mhm.
It's just Ricky and I. And so before he gets home, I have a flexible schedule. I'll go take care of myself so that I am ready for him. Because it is at the end of the day, it's just him and I, you know. So that's kind of my
Mhm.
goal is to put me first so I can focus on
Mhm.
my husband. Because we've been kids, 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 and now we're in
Yeah.
this fun stage.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I like that. It always reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have heard of like the airplane theory, where, you know, that when you're
The
boarding an
mask first.
airplane, you have to put
Mm.
your mask on first before you can like help someone else to put their mask on. And
Oh.
granted, Maddie and I are not mothers yet, so we don't know what that feels like to like want to put your like kids first, but it's such a good reminder that like you have to like pour into yourself before your kids, or you can help your kids or your husband or your clients or your team, like
Hmm.
whatever that looks like. So That was awesome. Thank you for sharing
And
your
that
your
was
report.
and that was kind of the whole reason why I resigned in 2020 from the education world, so that I can focus on
Hmm.
my real kids.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. Meredith was still in college. I was able to stop and do whatever I wanted to do. The twins were homeschooling at that period, and we would go and we traveled that year. And so that was a lot of fun. We still talk about that 2021, 20, yeah, 2020,
Hmm.
2021. And so we moved out to the country, and our schedule is amazing now. So,
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
awesome. I didn't realize that that was the year that you made that transition into I kind of out of educator role into like your new role. So that's
mhm.
awesome. So another fun segment that we love to share here on the podcast is what's on our feed. And so this episode is all about you, Amanda. So what's currently on your feed? What's on our feed this week? From trending topics to interesting conversations, here's what's been catching our attention lately.
Y'all, you're on my feed.
I
I
love
know that sounds
that.
crazy, but I turn that bell on. I don't want to miss anything. Your personal things, your business aspect.
Oh.
Also, too, TikTok is really big right now, and
Hmm.
Jenna Bush Hager now.
Hmm.
I'm obsessed with her, and maybe because she's a Texas gal like me, and her dad is freaking hilarious. But she's on my feed. Reese Witherspoon's on my feed, and so a lot of the Mel Robbins is on my feed. I make sure I see. I kind of make sure I see you guys first, and then the celebrities, and then people like businesses in my area. So like I played around and make sure I get to see what I want to see. It's a
Hmm.
lot of work to do that, but I like it.
Yeah,
I play
yeah.
with the algorithm for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I guess we're social media marketers, so that's what we're really good at is, using the algorithm like for our own favor versus I know a lot of other people are constantly like, man, I hate the algorithm or I have to beat it or let me win at it. It's like, why don't you just use it to like your
Yep.
advantage? So I love that you talked about like tailoring your own feed to what you
Hmm.
want to see.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's what I
yeah.
did. Y'all kind of helped me understand that. Because I was the one like, I'm gonna beat the algorithm, I can do it. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, right. And then now I just kind of taken a step back and I'm like, what do I want to see? Not
Hmm.
what they want me to see. And so I just kind of played around with it, and it is every morning. It's either social savvy, hashtag manage, or the edit and the savvy edit, or it's Maddie. And so that's just kind of how I like it. I want to see you guys
Hmm.
first. So
I love that. I love that. Full
I
like
know
let
that
me give you a
sounds
little
kind of
disclaimer here.
cliche,
We didn't
but
I promise we did not bring Amanda on here to like really like inflate our ego. She's just like doing
no, no.
it doing it naturally. No, I love that. I think that's so good, Amanda. And yeah, it's awesome to hear too like who else is on your feed because I feel like right now my feed is very much Mel Robbins like
Hmm.
a huge,
Hmm.
huge fan of her, obviously. I can't shut up about her, but also Jenna Bush Hager is on my feed because I know now it's like Jenna and Friends and like they're looking for the new co host. So yeah, feel like it's that I love that. I don't watch that. I'm not a morning person.
I'm
So I
not a
don't actually
morning
what.
person. Yeah, I'm not a morning person either. So I catch it later, or I'll
Yes,
catch it
same.
on TikTok. I'll watch her small little clips and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back to my YouTube TV so I can rewatch some of this stuff because it only shows you a
Mhm.
small clip. And so I go back and watch what I want to see. And I'm like, okay, I'll come back. So I don't watch her live, that's for sure.
We could talk to Amanda all day, but we decided instead we should probably split this episode up into two parts, which is why we are doing exactly that. So be sure to tune in this Thursday for part two of Amanda Snow on being a mompreneur, micro influencer, and tapping into your chamber of commerce.
Being a social media manager can feel like folding a fitted sheet while you're trying to explain at the family reunion what it is you actually do online, but you don't have to do it alone. The hashtag Manage Collective Mentorship is your weekly dose of business strategy, advice, and let's be honest, therapy. Grab your lunch, hop on our weekly lunch break coaching calls with myself and Maddie, and let's figure out how to thrive in this wild social media management world. Sign up now at hashtagmanaged.com/mentorship. Use code MANAGED for 20% off your mentorship. That's MANAGED. Join us now at hashtagmanaged.com/mentorship. We'll see you there at the next lunch break therapy sesh. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you made it this far, I think we've officially become internet besties. You can always call into the hashtag hotline and say hello, leave a review, or ask your burning questions.
Make sure you follow, rate, and review the podcast wherever you're listening from. Subscribe to the Social Club newsletter for our weekly email, and shoot us a DM over at hashtag managed on Instagram, letting us know what your biggest takeaway was from this episode.